Hey guys, it's Drabble Geek here, and welcome back to 80 Days. We're here about to leave Paris, but we need to stay in the hotel overnight, and then we can depart to our next stop. We took a hotel for the night. We were comfortable here, Monsieur Fogg remarked, but traveling overnight will often be more efficient. Let's go with, where possible? We cannot travel where it is not possible, certainly, he replied. Still, the surrounds of the Hotel Ritz were most enjoyable. Alright, so after this, we should be allowed to, click the clock. No. We are not. We just need to go. So we're going to Amsterdam. The, ooh, this promises to be a bothersome journey. Well, we've already paid for it, so let's go. So I wonder if that's me driving. Possibly. Let's do this. Although I'm guessing what he was saying was that... Or are we going to Munich? We should be going to Munich, I think. We found a member of the coachmakers guild to carry us to Amsterdam. She loaded the case onto the back, stoked the boiler, and took off at high speed along the coastal road, swerving around each corner with considerable skill, and I think a touch of glee at her discomfort, I want to say, as soon as my mouse starts working. I clung on tight. This would be a terrific ride. Your character is now organized. What? How am I organized? I don't get that. Let's converse. Ooh. Greetings, driver. I cannot drive well if you're talking to me. Let's start talking. Ooh, Elaine Gerard. Let's talk about Amsterdam. According to my timetable, Amsterdam is connected to Christiania. Speaking of boats, I understand you can get from Tehran to Baku by hydrofoil. So I want to get to Munich/Vienna, but I'm not that. Let's talk about Stockholm, maybe? Is it possible to travel from Christiania to Stockholm? Yes, you can get from Stockholm from Christiania aboard a Luz of Sweden. We need to get to St. Petersburg. We have a timetable from routes from Stockholm to St. Petersburg. You mentioned boats. I've told my aunt once, a merchant trader from Nefertiti, from Antalya to Brut. Have no clue where that... Ooh, Moscow. We need to talk about Moscow. There we go. Is it possible to go from St. Petersburg to Moscow? Have you heard the most efficient way to get from Moscow here to via Berlin? Goodbye. So we're getting new routes from Kistan to Stockholm. I'm guessing that is via airship. Antalya by boat. Beirut, Alexandria, Cairo. It's kind of going the opposite way than we'd want, it looks like, I would say. Alright, so we're still in the car. I thought we were going to Munich, but I guess we aren't. Once or twice, the metal-rimmed wheels lifted the chassis clear from one road on one side, only to bump down another chuff and puff more engine. We must have topped 40, perhaps even 50 miles an hour. A ghastly state of affairs. The Polish inventor Bozek, who had first attached a perfectly decent locomotive engine underneath a flimsy wooden crate, had a lot to answer for. Such cars were growing in popularity, starting from their use in farmsteads and extending up through the classes. There were those who said such contraptions would soon be privately owned, and not just by members of the coachmaker guilds. I attended to Monsieur Fogg, concerned that he would be suffering as I was. Somehow, I had to ensure we did not travel in cars again. Alright. But I still swear we were traveling to Munich. Unless I was wrong. So our health is down. The evening jacket could earn us well here. Well, don't I have an evening jacket? I swear I do. Yeah, I have an evening jacket. European Heritage, Lost Rembrandt. I'm not that interested. We don't really need money right now. I want to explore for a bit. So we found new routes. What route's going to take us to Moscow? I really want to go through there. Though the people of Amsterdam move about its canals, side streets with a sense of optimism and good cheer. Let's go with our own mission. Though the people of Amsterdam move about its canals, side streets with a sense of optimism and good cheer, our mission left little time for exchanging pleasantries. I found a street peddler who greeted me with a cheerful smile beneath a caterpillar-like mustache. Let's go with... What's the cheapest way out of the city? I asked. He mused. Most likely the hydrofoil leading north to Norway. He shrugged. It is fine enough if you don't mind being jolted around. Is Norway worth visiting? Let's go. Because I don't think Monsieur Fogg would enjoy that. And I'm sorry, but my mouse is just acting up. Is Norway worth visiting? He shrugged and made a vague gesture. I hear the Norwegians are moving underground. Who knows? They have strange ways over there. There was, of course, the route following the canal south. In particular, the route towards the Rhine. Though I fear that to end up in Munich after nearly a week of travel would hardly please my heart-driving master. So many choices. All that remained was to choose how best to depart. Let's plan a journey. So we set going to Munich. Wouldn't it be a good idea? I think we should go... let's go like this way, through Warsaw, then Minsk, then Moscow. Tomorrow, we don't need money yet, so we'll leave tomorrow at 8 p.m. That's perfect. Alright. Come on. My mouse. Maybe it's like it doesn't like what it's because it doesn't like what I'm writing on. Or, no, it just doesn't like me. That's fine. Let's go back to Amsterdam. We need to, let's stay overnight, and then we leave in the morning. Hotel. And then, are they up yet? It's time to leave. With what remained of the day, I afforded my master at every service. Let's go with that one as soon as it comes up. There we go. I afforded my master every service, ensuring he was comfortable. Relations with Fogg have strengthened slightly. So is the health more like my relationship with him? It seems so. Let's leave. He's probably going to hate me because we're taking a car still. But, what can you do? We're not leaving yet. So I suppose we're just waiting a bit. Oh. I had to click something. I'm a dum-dum. Ooh. I only have one. We need to go. I've already paid for that route, so let's do that. Oh my gosh, Monsieur Fogg is going to hate me. Although, no, there's no although, he's going to hate me. I begged Monsieur Fogg, no more cars, not so soon. Would he be moved? Oh no. In we climbed, preparing to journey another few hundred miles to the heart of Germany. We hired the same driver as before. You too, she exclaimed. Get in. So off we go. Let's converse a bit more. Ooh, with Monsieur Fogg. What is your wish, master? Pass. Let's talk about our journey. He kind of likes that. How's our progress, Monsieur? Day 4, I believe. Early days. How are our funds? We are quite comfortable. Very good. Because we do need to be quite comfortable if we have any hopes. Hopefully we can find a way to Warsaw. The journey was every bit as unenjoyable as I anticipated. Let's go with the valet's place. But it's not a valet's place to complain. So I weathered every bump and dip in the road, but I cannot say I relished a minute of it. Perhaps Monsieur Fogg did not either. Though, if he truly enjoys anything, I have not discovered it. Perhaps my master is in fact an English automaton, so wonderfully built as to have no rough edges, no feelings of any sort. The relations with Fogg have strengthened somewhat, possibly from me not complaining. I have no clue how the relationship works. Oop, we're having a bumpy ride. Let's tend to Fogg. Thank you, my good man, I feel better. Awesome. So I feel like we need to just tend to Fogg whenever possible to help him. We made good progress in the car. I was in agony, but I am a Frenchman, and we do not complain. Finally, we came upon sight of tilted roofs, the harbor, and the smell of herring. We arrived in Berlin. Awesome. Although I'm still slightly confused about some things, but oh well. We will have to sleep here and explore in the morning. Alright, that works for me. We'll pass the night here. We stayed for the night in Hotel Adlon on Unter den Linden, the main boulevard at the central meat district. From the window, the Brandenburg Gate was lit by upturned gas lamps. Let's do a little bit of a late night stroll. I went for a late night stroll along the avenue, past groups of people drinking at low tables. I stayed clear of it all. I think we need to keep our minds sharp. I stayed clear of it all, knowing that Monsieur Fogg would disapprove should I get myself into any trouble. So I guess he approved of that. Let's go exploring. Oh, come on. There we go. Pretty sure we're exploring. New routes. Please say Warsaw. Yes, because I need to get on my way to Moscow. Let's see. I think I have time for one more trip, I believe. Berlin, they tell me, was once filled with glorious sounds of people speaking French. Not so many anymore. Come on. Let's see. Now, there is nothing but the crashing of gears. Every street corner is equipped with rotaries and wheeled systems that spin glass globes this way and that. Their purpose is quite unclear, but I noticed people walking quickly past them as though each globe contained a watchful, judgmental eye. The mystery persisted until nightfall, when these globes all lit up, and the people of Berlin clustered around the warmth of the globes to drink beer and converse. It seems they work hard here, but they celebrate with equal vigor. We avoided the festivities, guarding our wallets and heads against the thick wheat beer they drink here, which looks to me more like a puree of oatmeal than decent lager. The afternoon turned to evening, and we finished our explorations of Berlin. Sounds beautiful. Where are we departing to? Is there anything in the market? Railway whistle. No. Do we need... No. Although, I don't think we need this timetable anymore. Yeah, we're like in... Let's sell that Caribbean timetable? No, we're going by... I don't think we need any of that, but let's continue. And then let's depart for Warsaw. And we are doing it by train, I hope. Embark. This looks bearable. Oh, it's departing in an hour. Let's go. North German Express. But yeah, since we're not doing any boats, I don't think we have any need for that timetable. Yeah, I think we did a good job by selling it. Maybe if we go by boat, that's useful. The newly amalgamated German rich railways made a political point of their efficiency to quiet any nationalist rumblings. The departures left a moment they claimed, not a second before and not a second after. Let's go. I was not accustomed to the precision, I think. I like that choice. I am not accustomed to such precision, and so found myself on the platform as the train door slid shut. Monsieur Fogg glanced up from inside the carriage and saw me staring slack-faced at the closed door. Haute alors, I fancy he looked quite oblivious to my difficulties. Certainly, he did not seem to rouse himself to any action, or even call the train guard. The train pulled away rapidly, the newly standardized track gauges and refitted engines all allowing for much more efficient fuel consumption and greater average speed. I shouted for help and was immediately accosted by a guard who seemed to believe I had no ticket. You've got to be kidding me. I spent the night in the station's private cell. Really? My dude is gone. Did I lose? I spent the night in the station's private cell, while my gracious captors sent a wire to Warsaw for Monsieur Fogg to consider bailing me out upon his arrival. We got no money. What the heck? Paris World Fair and a roaring success. That's lovely. How did I... What? I don't even understand what I did. I spent the day imprisoned, pacing backwards and forwards, with nothing to do but chew my fingernails to the quick and curse myself loudly. Was this the end of my adventure around the world? Surely not. But then, the keys rattled in the iron door, and one of the guards informed me that Monsieur Fogg had vouched for me. A gentleman's word needs no further proof, and so they hauled me from the cell and put me on the next train. I have never been so grateful to be aboard a locomotive. But I still got no money. What? Ooh, can we converse with someone? Who is she? Greetings, Madame Hammerschmidt. It's very good to meet you, Monsieur. Let's begin a conversation. Now, what do you know about Warsaw? For instance, Moscow can be reached aboard from Warsaw aboard the Belarus Express. We definitely want to go to Minsk from Moscow. I'm told you can reach Minsk from Warsaw. You mentioned trains. I've been told my friend had a friend who helped to build the Greek coastal train from Athens to Thessalonica. Something like that. So Minsk to I want to talk about Moscow a bit. What is Thessaloniki? What else do you know about Thessaloniki? Thessaloniki is the name after the half-sister of Alexander the Great. But now I will tell you a secret. I think my husband's having an affair. Apologies? My apologies, madame. Most unfortunate circumstance. It'll be worse than unfortunate if I catch him. Ooh, let's talk about Alexandria. Is it possible to go from that long name to Alexandria? I wish I knew. but you can pick up Egyptian scarabs in Alexandria that will sell for a fortune in Dubai. That's good information to know, I suppose. Let's talk about Athens. Why not? I'm told that that long word is connected to Athens. Did you know you can pick up engine oil in Athens? You can sell them for profit in Tehran. What is... I want to talk about Tehran, actually. What more can you tell me about Tehran? Have you heard that the quickest way to Tehran is to go via the Tarskin? Goodbye. Alright, so we can go from Minsk and go to Moscow. I think we need money, actually. New routes. Awesome. You can go back and forth on different routes. Alright, we're nowhere close to Warsaw. This is very unfortunate. But I still can't believe we got robbed.